Okay.
But I'm gonna wait because this time it's not gonna fool me. Okay, now I see us. We are
Yay.
up there. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday and welcome to the Wonder Mama Coffee Chat for parents who lead. This is one of my favorite days of the week. And I am so excited to bring you somebody amazing every week. And this week, of course, is no different. We actually were supposed to have Natalie with us last month, but she is in the caretaking time of our lives. And that, of course, is a priority. So I'm so excited to have her here on the coffee chat. Natalie is a financial professional who works with individuals, families, and businesses. Her mission is financial literacy and helping people become truly educated about their money. She creates customized financial plans built around each person's individual and unique needs and dreams. She meets her clients where they are and walks alongside them every step of the way. She believes in removing the emotion around financial conversations. That must be magical. Being real and also being in the trenches with her clients. And I know that that's really important. And it's the heartbeat of her business. Also, how we work here in the Wonder Mama. She's also a caretaker and has recently launched a social media series called Caretaker Chronicles. And if you're in that season or facing that season of your life, you're going to want to follow Natalie, not only for her financial prowess, but also for that really, really important conversation. Why does this conversation matter for us? Is because she lives at the intersection of leadership, caregiving, and financial empowerment. And she's exactly the kind of woman that we need to talk to today. So welcome, Natalie.
Thank you, Leonne. I'm so excited to be here and have this conversation with you and your audience.
Yes, um, when we had to cancel, I had like this list of questions I wanted to have with you, and I just realized I wanted to have a really open conversation because the Wonder Mama Coffee Chat is not about all being buttoned up. It's about the whole you. And so I would really love to know, like, where are you and how did all of this start for you? The financial thing, because you're a mom as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I am in North Texas. I'm in the north corner of the DFW area, in a city called McKinney. It's right next to Frisco. So for all you Cowboys fans, that's where their practice facility is. So just really close to all the activity in North Texas. And how did this start for me? Real quick, my background is 20 years corporate finance and accounting. I had been building my business for 7 years, but my first 2 years were part time. So 5 years ago in April, I retired myself to build my business full time. And the way I ended up here is, and people may think, oh, she came from accounting in the corporate world to accounting in or finance in the personal world. It is not the same. I mean, a budget's a budget, it's just different line items, but pretty much everything else, the way you track your finances and set your goals and things are very, very different. So I did not have the leg up that it may sound like I did. But for me, I was in a transitionary period in my life. My son was a senior in high school, getting ready to go into the Marine Corps. And I thought, I really need to sit down and figure out my financial future, my retirement. I was 46 years old at the time. And so I kind of started digging around and I was like, I don't have $100 an hour to pay somebody to sit with me. And I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to put somewhere. I have my 401k I've been building. So I came across a post on social media that said financial services is the fastest growing industry for female entrepreneurs. And one of the things happening in my life shift was I had been working as a contractor building an accounting system for a company, and they ended my contract a year early and scrapped the whole project after 3 years of work. So
Whoa.
I was in the process of looking for a new job too. So that's what piqued my interest is tell me more about this. And then I found out that the people I reached out to, I could actually sit down and get help from. And it didn't matter how much I had saved. And they don't charge an hourly rate. They help everybody. And so I went the process to see where I was at and identified how much work I actually had to do. But the pinnacle for me, Leonne, was seeing things that I had never heard of. Remember, I had a 20-year accounting and finance background. I have a college degree in accounting and finance and business management, and I had never heard about the things they were talking to me about. So it frustrated me. Actually, it didn't. It literally angered me. I was so angry. I
Mhm.
made companies tens of millions of dollars, but nobody ever told me how to build personal wealth. My parents gave me the basic look, don't get credit cards, balance your checkbook. I did the opposite in my 20s and got in debt for the first time. And so most of what I knew was from the school of hard knocks. But in that appointment I had with those people, I realized that mine and my son's life could have been totally different if I had been taught these concepts earlier. And I
Mhm.
can't go back and change it.
No.
Absolutely not. But that's really what led me here. And when I really looked at the business opportunity, number one, I wanted to help people like me because so many people think there's no help for me. I don't have enough money. And number two, people deserve that education. And after 20 years in corporate America in accounting and finance, I was working 60 hours a week, regular time, 70 or 80 hours a week during month end close, year end close, budget season, forecast
Spreadsheets,
season.
yummy.
Yeah, I do love a good spreadsheet. But for me, I was at the point in my life where I was like, I want to get some of my time back. And I wonder if this could be something that would allow me to take care of my parents someday, because at the time I was not a caretaker. And so it really is the catalyst that opened the door to everything in my
That's
life today.
that's so amazing. My head goes back to like the first thing that really got me was, well, first, my career change also happened from a Facebook post, which is
I love
interesting.
it.
Yes, it
Yay,
also happened for that.
Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. Doom scrolling is good sometimes. So,
Yeah,
um, but you said 46.
yeah.
And for a lot of people, who are 46 or, in that range, it feels like way too late. Like we're way too late to save myself. Like I'm
Mhm.
just doomed to be in this place. And so your story tells something different. And your philosophies, kind of your matter of factness is so comforting and grounding about the whole thing, like kind of being pissed off about that, like not knowing, because that's how so many people feels like there's some sort of giant secret out there
Mhm.
to building financial wealth. Like just could you just lift the blanket up for us? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
exactly. And
Yeah,
I'm glad you said pissed off. I was going to say it and I didn't know if I should say that on this
yeah, I
conversation, but yeah, that's exactly what it was. I was furious. I was absolutely furious. I just thought
Mhm.
no wonder that middle America stays middle America and lower income America stays lower income America. We are not given a robust financial education. In most places, we are giving no financial education in high school. Even in college, I went to school for a financial education, but it
Yeah.
was all about how to help the companies I worked with build wealth. It was never about how I could create that for myself. And that's why that is my mission is financial literacy and making sure people know what tools are available. That doesn't mean you have to use them all at once. You can start with 50, $100 a month and you can build wealth from that. Now, the sooner you start, the better, because time is our best friend when it comes to building wealth. But if if you don't have everything in place, it's not too late for you. Like you just said, I started this at 46 years old. I just turned 54. So 46, literally February, I was 46. My birthday's in March. So right before my 47th birthday. And now I just passed my 54th birthday. So I'm in my eighth year in the business. But it really, gosh, it's not too late to build wealth. And it's not too late to build anything else that's on your heart, whether it's a business, whatever area of life that you want to build. grow yourself personally, grow your faith. It is absolutely never too late.
I love that. And I love that sort of permission that you're talking about. And I talk about that too. Like a lot of times we get in a habit. Money is a habit, the way
Mhm.
we do money, and um decisions that we make are based on the resources that we know and the
Yes.
habits that we know. And so for parents, or well, parents especially, like, so we already know financial education is not out there. I didn't have it. My kids
Yeah.
didn't have it. Um, and so in the conversations that you're having with your parents and even in your own experience, I mean, as a parent, even, and let me reset that. In your experience with your parents and as a parent in your scenario, what was like the top three things that you found out you were pissed about that you could take action on? Like, what's an action step that
Yeah.
somebody could actually take?
Number one, sit down and get the financial education you never got. It doesn't cost anything. It absolutely doesn't. I meet with people all the time. For me, I don't charge my clients an hourly rate. I provide an education. Then whatever they put in place, that's that's where I make money. Obviously, it's a business. I need an income, but I'm not getting that from my clients. And those are the two things. One, fear of talking about your finances,
Mm,
and number two, not having the money to pay somebody to help you or not thinking that you have it because you don't realize you don't have to. Right? So the first thing I would say is sit down, get that financial education. The second thing is, so many parents have heard of 529s. That's how a lot of people save for their kids' college. And they're great plans. It's a great product. It was created at a time for a certain reason. Today, we have what I like to call life plans. It is cash value life insurance, and I'm not going to go into all the detail of that, but it is a plan where you put life insurance in place for your children. Because let's be honest, Leo, none of us are problems tomorrow, even our children. And I breaks my heart every time I think about a parent having to bury a child, but it is a reality.
mhm.
And it can create heavy financial burdens that you're unprepared for because we don't plan for that for our kids. So, but the cost of that life insurance is minimal. But what it includes is living benefits. So let's say your 16-year-old gets in a car accident and becomes disabled. You have access to their life insurance while they're still living to put in place the things you need to care for them. But most importantly, it has a cash accumulation segment inside of it. So it accumulates cash like a 529, but it does so tax free and you have access to it along the way. And it can be used for absolutely anything. It does not just have to be used for education. So I say that because if we're talking parents and you're planning for your kids' future and what you want to be able to provide for them, that would be another thing. But the third thing is to take from that financial education you got for yourself, look at those opportunities for your kids, but also be willing to look at that for you. It is the bridge to everything. When you talk about a lot of us as parents are stepping into our caretaking roles now, one of the biggest concerns that we have, besides the health and well being of our person, is how are we going to pay for it? You're not going to if you don't plan for it. It's going to suck your parents' retirement accounts dry, and then it's going to become a burden for the family to financially step up and fill in the gaps. But when you plan appropriately, you can put financial products in place that will provide for that if we need it. And the truth is, over 65% of us will need some kind of long term care or living benefits after the age of 65 for anywhere from 3 to 5 years. And if you think about a nursing home alone, you're talking about over $100,000 a year.
So all the things that you're saying,
Yeah.
right? And I know
Yeah.
you know. So the first thing you said, I mean, and the first thing I shared, but also your philosophy is to take the emotional stuff out of this, right? So
Yeah.
everything you just said is triggering for
Yep.
many, many people. One, get the education. It's how. You said how. There's other ways too, but you're a really great resource. So I'm going to start with follow her. The second thing you said was get a life policy for your kids, right? And what? Like, I'm not doing that. That's the first thing, but it makes so much sense.
Yep.
But there is an emotional, and then there's that sort of panic that happens. Like, I'm already struggling. How will I ever take on my parents, and should I, how will I ever do that? And instead of being an a something that you even think you can prepare for,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not super wealthy, everybody's just kind of screwed. So I love the removing the emotional part from it. Like, let's just talk about, like, for real, what is actually there, because so many people just end up in trouble, in
Yeah.
so much trouble with no resources. And yeah, so thank you for that.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much for that, for sharing that. um so there's people watching. You're getting compliments on your bookshelves.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. Thank you,
um,
everyone.
there's people watching us, and I would love for you to tell folks how to get in touch with you, and also, any last little tidbits you'd like to share, because here's what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
What happens next is we stop our live streaming for out there in the world, and we invite the Wonder Mama community members and anyone who's actually inside and watching who wants to ask you questions. We maybe will invite you into the Zoom call for a private Q&A. We'll not be live streaming that in a few minutes. So I would really love it for you to just share one more thing before I close us out and stop the live stream.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and do this all in a quick sentence or two. Number one, the financial education, you get it from me. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll set up an appointment. I'll walk you through everything. And yes, definitely follow me. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram under Natalie Kime. I put things out there about finance. I put things out there about caretaking. I bridge the two all of the time. There will be a lot of financial content in April because it's Financial Literacy Month. So look out for that. And I also have a podcast called Chat with Nat,
Hmm.
Conversations That Count, where we talk about all the things in life. But the other tidbit I would say is, as parents, there is always guilt. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I've said it so many times. And yet I raised a very impressive, functional adult son, right? But we all look back and think we could have done differently. It is the same thing with our finances. When I say I take the emotion out, it's because we just look at the numbers, but also I share my story. So that's what I'm going to do really quick. When I sat down and did this for myself, I was over $30,000 in debt. I had about $2,700 in my bank account. I had my 401k at work, but it only had about $26,000 in it because as a single mom for 12 years at that point, I had had to draw from my 401k to make ends meet a few times. So that is why what I lead with is I am not here to judge you on where you've been or where you are today. I only need to know where you are today to help you get to where you want to be in the future. And so I take the heaviness, the guilt emotion out of finances, and we build a plan one step at a time to move forward. And so if you are in a place where you're like, I don't even know where to start, or I don't even know what she's talking about, please, please, please reach out to me. I would love to share some information with you. There is no obligation, there is no requirement to do anything, but my number one thing is to share the education. So that's my ultimate goal. So I would say, please reach out to me if you have questions. Even if you have some things in place and you just want to make sure it's all buttoned up, I'm happy to do that too.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes. And for the rest of you, if you have enjoyed this coffee chat. We come here every single Wednesday, and I will bring another amazing person. Next week, we have Jacqueline Strominger. Please, Jacqueline, don't kill me if I said your last name wrong. I think it might be Strominger. Anyway, she's amazing. She is another entrepreneur, a mom, and just a powerhouse that has a story that is incredible to share. The reason I do this is because out here in the social media world, it's noisy. It is very noisy, and we never really know who to talk to. If you needed somebody, a financial person to help you, Natalie is here, because who knows who you're going to get out there. The Wonder Mama place is a place for moms to land, where we come in for a landing, where we're safe, and we're in these real conversations together. We have several different programs in there. The community is free to join, and there are tiers for more and more tools for you. Inside the community, I also have a special place for all of the Wonder Mama Coffee Chat guests who wish to leave an offer for the Wonder Mama community. That is also available inside the community. So all the reasons to join, all the reasons to follow Natalie, and make sure that you're back here next Wednesday at noon live here on Facebook. And so for now, have a wonderful week, and thank you so much. We are going private.